What's up, everybody? This is Miranda Alcaraz, and I am here for episode number 26 of the More Than Nothing podcast. This is going to be a short one today, and actually the fact that it's a short one today I think fits in really well with what the message is, and that's simplifying things from a couple different angles, specifically who we allow to influence us or whose opinion we care about when we're trying to make changes in our lives or reach new goals or start a new business or change habits, whatever it might be. I think one of the things that holds people back the most is that they allow way too many people to influence them. They care way too much about too many opinions, or they're sidetracked very easily by, the shiny new object syndrome that a lot of people have. That syndrome, the shiny new object syndrome, is basically I think it's about fish, where fish are attracted. They'll use the little bait that's shiny and flashy in the water, and the fish get distracted by it, and they go over and they chomp on it, and then they see the next one, and then they go over and they chase it around. It could be a cat with a laser, whatever. People do it too. Our attention spans are pulled, especially in this day and age with technology and everything. Our attention spans are pulled in so many different directions. And as soon as we think that we find something that we want to try or do and we're excited about it, some new thing pops up in our feed or in our email inbox, or that our coworker tried and found out about in their email inbox. And it's so hard to just focus. And I think that's one of the major issues that we have with just staying the course for habit change. The other thing that social media and technology and just our reach and our friendship circles and our circle of influence just being so much bigger than it ever has been before is caring way too much about the advice or opinions of people who don't really know us that well, maybe don't understand our end goals, maybe don't understand our lifestyle, or who just honestly don't care about us enough to really care about their opinions. So two of my favorite podcasters / authors are Brené Brown. Many of you guys have probably heard of Brené Brown. I haven't talked about her too much on this podcast, but she is the author of Daring Greatly and some leadership books. I can't think of all the names of the books off the top of my head, but in one of the books I was listening to recently, she talked about this exercise, which I think is what I would like to see you guys do this week. And she talks about lowering the number of people whose opinion or advice you're going to take. And this could be two different topics, because depending on what it is you're trying to achieve, opinions and advice might come from different people at different times in your life. But the idea is you take a square sheet of paper that is 1 inch by 1 inch, and only the people that you can fit writing their names in that small square piece of paper, those are the only people in your life whose opinions you care about. She said that on hers, I think she was able to fit 8 people. So what in the world, you can't write all your Instagram followers and now care about all of their opinions. Even if you have 50 of them, they're not going to fit. My entire family wouldn't even fit on that list. When I have 6 siblings and my parents, and so I couldn't even fit my immediate family on that sheet. So this sheet should have people who have your best interest in mind and love you no matter what, but also people who would call you out on BS. And that was a huge piece of it that she talks about, is you don't want yes men on that list, because yes men, or people who are just going to agree with you or say, yeah, that's a great idea, no matter what you say, their opinions aren't helpful to you. You also don't want to put people on there that are going to be a Debbie Downer, or maybe are not in a place in their lives right now to encourage you or motivate you because it makes them uncomfortable for whatever reason, because they're not in a place where they're making changes. So you want to find those people, and it could be one or two coworkers, it could be a friend, it could be one of your parents and not the other one. It could be, your spouse. Maybe it's not your spouse. Maybe, obviously you got to care on some level about the opinion of your spouse for sure, but maybe when it comes to a specific goal, you don't, because you don't feel that they're supportive of you, and so you're just going to kind of ignore them when it comes to this one specific thing, right? So you want to make sure that it's somebody who's going to call you out. If you tell somebody, hey, I'm going to make this habit change, I'm going to exercise 4 days a week, you want the person to be somebody who's going to motivate you and push you, call you out if you slack off, question you about, like, are you sure you're going to be able to do that? What's your plan? And ask you those types of questions. Maybe somebody who's even going to ask you, hey, how's that going? And if you're like, oh, I kind of like slacked off, they're going to give you a hard time about it or try to help motivate you to get back on it. Those are the people. So whether it's 6 people that fit or 10 people that fit, that list should be small. And then everyone else, all the noise from out and around that group should be blocked out completely. She talks it more in like a broader scope of like just life in general, but you could have a square for this is the group that I allowed to influence me and the opinions that I care about when it comes to fitness. This is the group that I care about and I'll listen to their opinions and I care about their advice when it comes to business. This is the group that I care about their opinions and advice when it comes to parenting. So you might have different groups because I think that makes sense. Like, I'm not going to care as much about my mom's opinion of my workouts as I do about her opinion of maybe how I'm raising my family, if that makes sense. So that's what I want you guys to do this week. I want you to make maybe a general life square, but also some squares based on the goals that you have for yourself or the things that you're trying to change in your life. And then if you post on Instagram, hey, did this workout, and someone comments something dumb like, oh, you should try whatever, this workout instead, or my friend's friend did this workout, if that person giving you that suggestion is not on your list of people who you're worried about their opinions and advice, you can just say thank you for the suggestion and ignore it. Or if they say something rude, or if they say something, just silly or dumb, it probably doesn't happen to you guys as often as it happens to me, but that's definitely something that I've had to adopt as I'm trying to stay my course, and I have my message, and I have what I believe, and I have the life that I'm trying to create for myself. And only the people who really know me, love me, and care about me, should I really care what they think. So it's very easy to get sidetracked. It's very easy to get demotivated by people. So make that list of people who you're willing to take their advice and opinions small. Make them for multiple areas if you need to. But remember, anyone outside of those people, don't worry about it. Have a good day. We'll see you next time.